Hey babies, it's NeciChanel here with the affordable brows using only 4 products. Okay, so right now I'm just going to start with a brow shaper and I'm just going to clean up the area around my brows. Just making sure everything is nice and neat and I have a good area to work with. This little brow shaper I got from my local beauty supply store and I think it was only 99 cents. So I started off at the top of my brow and now I'm just working my way down to the bottom of my brow, cleaning up that tail part of it. Now I'm going to take these cleansing wipes and just clean the area that I shaped up and dry it out as well. Just fanning it with my hands. I'm then going to take the brow pencil in the color dark brown that I also purchased from my local beauty supply store and start at the bottom portion of my brow. I'm going to start not the very tip, but maybe an inch or two away from the beginning of my brow and start making small strokes towards the tail of my brow. Now this part is not going to look perfect, but you can go and clean it up. You'll see that in a minute. Then I'm going to go to the top tail of my brow and just connect those two lines together. And as you can see, they don't look perfect, but we're going to fix that. Now I'm going to take small strokes and just fill in that little area where my brow hairs are. And I like to extend my area because I don't like how small, I like thick brows. I don't like how small my brows are, so I make them a little thicker than they originally are. So I'm just dragging that tail down, extending that tail a little bit, and going also in and filling everything in. It looks crazy right now, I know, but I'm going to fix it. And now I'm extending the front portion of my brow because on my other brow, you'll see in a minute, I don't have as much hair as I do on this side. So I make little strokes of hair with the tip of the pencil. Now I'll take my spoolie brush and I just go and I just blend everything out so it's not so harsh. Just blending it out, making sure that everything is all tight and right. Now I'm taking my favorite concealer ever, and that's the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. And I'm just going to take this and clean up my brows a little bit. And you're just going to use short strokes. I don't know why e.l.f. stippling brush came up so soon, but it wasn't supposed to come up right now. I'm not gonna use the e.l.f. stippling brush until I blend everything out. So disregard that little thing down there. I'm just cleaning up my brows, making sure everything is cute and clean, like I just got a fresh wax or something like that. Nothing too major. Perfecting that tail, girl. You can see I messed up a little bit, but that's okay. That's the thing with the concealer. It just goes in and fixes everything for you. So as you can see, this is the bottom base of where my outline is all together. And so now I'm just going in. I'm just going to make sure everything gets clean. And I'm going to blend out this foundation. I can't talk. I'm going to blend out this concealer. I'm taking a thicker blending brush. I used to use this actual brush to apply my foundation. Why do I keep saying foundation? To apply my concealer, but I got a smaller brush and it works a lot better. But I'm just bringing the concealer down and blending it out into my lid. And now if you were doing like eyeshadow, you could just bring that right on down. If it was too bright, it wouldn't matter because you could use it as the primer for your eyeshadow. But this color really kind of matches my skin to a certain extent, so it's fine if I use it, if I just bring it down. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. stipple brush and I'm going and just blending that out a little bit. Not too much, just making sure those lines aren't too harsh. And if I just want to walk out the door, I could, and everything wouldn't be too bright and too dramatic. So now I am going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream concealer. And I want to take the color Cinnamon, which is closest to my skin tone. And I'm going to do the same exact thing to the top brow. Nothing too Like, y'all, this is really, I got this palette at TJ Maxx for $10.99, and the box is open, but the product was perfectly fine, and I guess that's why they marked the price down. I didn't ask no questions. I just made sure the product looked okay, and I went by my business. I only paid $10.99 for this palette. It's usually $19.99 in most TJ Maxx, but I just got it on a good day. I have to get it. It's amazing. I love it. The concealer is kind of thick, so I usually have to wet my brush a little bit with like some setting spray or something, or just a little water will do it. Most of the time I just don't. And as you can see, it blends out really, really good towards my skin tone. Taking that brush again and just blending everything out. Cleaning it up a little bit, making sure it's not too harsh. Taking my spoolie and just brushing my hairs up. Now I'm going to take the Color Workshop Brow Cream. And this is some really inexpensive brow cream. I cannot remember where I got it from. I believe it was from my local beauty supply store. But I just remember that it was really cheap. And it's in the color Charcoal. Now, some people would say that my brows were fine before the brow cream. But I like really, really dark brows. And so I'm going in with this cream to make sure everything is darker. And I want to go ahead and get the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow cream. I'm working towards getting that, but this is just I'm not really even sure what to call this brush. That's why I didn't mention it below, but I just used it, and then I don't know if you all saw, but I just made a couple of strokes at the beginning of my brow because I told y'all that I don't have as much hair on one of them as I do on the other. So I'm just going to fill in my brows in with this brow cream, darkening them up. And it also like covers up the little spaces that the pencil didn't get, so that everything looks nice, neat, and full. So that's what I'm doing now, just going in and filling everything in. See how I'm extending that the front of my brow just because of the hairs that I don't have and I want. And I like the halo effect. I know a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy of the halo effect when it comes to brows. I don't care. I love it. I think it's really cute. I think it looks neat, and I think it looks natural. So for me, it works. I'm just making these little small strokes, hair-like strokes, with the brow cream, and then I'm blending it out a little bit with a spoolie. Just blending it out, making sure everything is kind of blended together. And I'm going in because I know y'all can see that little missing gap. I don't know why or how, but I went in and fixed it after the fact. Just blending everything in with the spoolie and going to blend out this concealer with my stipple brush. And voila! You got you some affordable brows, girl. I'm going right here to just blend out the front of my brows to get that faded look. And here you go. You got you some everyday affordable brows. Hope y'all